The first time heard that Aaja Re song remix, and I was a little, what is this? When I look back now, sometimes they show it on television and I catch little glimpses. I thought, oh my God, look at me, I'm so shy and so awkward in the film. This is feeling very awkward to do this. Karo, karo, you don't know. Okay, it looks nice. So we would just blindly follow the dance director and do it, not question anything. Oh God, what are they making me do in front of everyone? I was like cringing all the time. It was like that. If I was doing a scene which I said, no photographers please on the set, the great Rajesh Khanna.
You did 6 films with him?
I did a lot of films with him. Bolde, you've got something in your mind. We can read you the moment you walk in. I am actually a very transparent person. I am what I am. Hi, this is Poonam Dhillon and you are watching Bollywood Hangama.
One of the lasting memories of 1980s and late 70s is Noorie. The music, the songs and the entire storytelling was legendary. And we have with us Poonam Dhillon, who played the character of Nuri in Yash Chopra's film. Pleasure having you on Bollywood Hangama, first of all, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Nuri, I think you've been known for Nuri in a big way for the longest period of your time, of your career.
Yes, I think so, because it's very strange that the association, even today after so many years, probably a new generation has come there and it's still an association of Nuri. It's strange. I did like 90, 100 films after that,
right.
But people still associate that character. That is the magic and impact of a well-made and a well-loved film.
Chori chori koi aaye, chori chori koi aaye, chupke chupke, sabse chupke, khwab kai le jaaye.
When you hear the remixes of the songs of Nuri, how do you react to it? Khayyam's music.
The first time I heard that Aaja Re song remix, and I was a little, what is this?
I think another film that is, I think maybe spoken about a lot more, maybe a few years after it was released was Sohni Mahiwal. With Sunny Deol, fantastic music, and will you agree that it grew with the passage of time?
The music, yes.
Yeah.
But also, I think when the film was released, it was a very successful film.
Right.
At that time, I realized how much I enjoy doing characters.
तुम यहाँ क्या ये सब कुछ पढ़ने आए हो?
शागिर्द को क्या मालूम, उस्ताद क्या सिखाने वाला है?
अच्छा, तो मैं जो सिखाऊंगी सीखोगे?
Sohni Mahiwal, after many years, I enjoyed doing that character because she was time specific. It was कि ऐसे कपड़े पहनेंगी, ऐसी language इस्तेमाल करेंगी, and that character would have a personality. She was not today's modern girl, so it had to be. So I enjoy doing those films. I mean, I did few films like that which I enjoyed, like Ek Chadar Maili Si, a character,
right.
A girl who is a murgi chor, as Sukhwant, the director, explained to me, or a film even like Kasam, which had the same director as Sohni Mahiwal, Umesh Mehra.
Anil Kapoor was opposite here.
Yeah.
कसम क्या होती है, कसम वो होती है जो तोड़ी ना जाए, बिछोड़ा ना पाए.
I'm a city girl or a person, and then there's a girl from a village, and the father is this, and the Daku background, and so it gives you a whole lot of characterization as an actor to work with. So it's really those are the films I look back very fondly.
Definitely, I think one thing common between I think Nuri and Sohni Mahiwal and Kasam will be that it's like a small town girl that you're playing. It's like maybe in a way a village kind of feel to it.
Yeah, I know. When you think back, that I think I was quite well liked in those Indian characters, and maybe that's because majority of our country is still is still a bit of rural India, and they enjoy that Indian character. Being Western today, of course, there's no difference between a Hollywood actor's dressing and a Indian actor's dressing today, and they dress the same, they look the same. Even during Nuri, I remember the character is a bal ban ki.
Correct. I think that became a fashion statement.
Lot of girls, the ladies whom I meet today, who are in their 30s, say we were 5-6 years old that time, and we used to tie that and walk around all the time.
Two of the films in the late 70s that were huge hits that you starred in, that Trishul and Kalapathar.
Kalapathar I don't star in, please. I'm there in a blink and miss role. It was Kalapathar, the way it got to, I was never part of the film really. One day, because I was part of Yash Raj Films, and that time they had their office in Rajkamal studio, I used to hang out, like, I had nothing else to do. I'd just come to Bombay, and I wasn't even living in Bombay that time. I used to do my shoot and go back. I think I'd come for dubbing of probably Nuri or something. So one day this Yashi said, "Acha, kudi ek kaam kar, get Poonam into that costume." I said, "What costume? What?" He says, "No, we are doing this song. We need a bride who's sitting there. So let's get you ready." And there was no thought in my mind that it's a big multi-starrer. What is my role? I'm an actor. Nothing. I said, "Okay, I don't do this." But he said, "No, chal, chal." So it was literally, I was in a ghungat. Nobody knew who I was. And I remember Rakhi ji suggested that I do my makeup dark. I had very tan makeup. So I look like one, miner's daughter from there with a very nice brown skin and all that. And it was like just done spontaneously. There was no big deal ke acha ek guest appearance kar rahi hu. Today I realize what guest appearance means. That time I didn't even know the term guest appearance.
Guest appearance like what you did in Dil Bole Harippa.
That was Yashji's film, and when his people came to me and said, "There's this film we are making, this as a character," which is like 3-4 days role, but it's a very important character because that's the problem with the boys, his parents who are kind of warring, and so I said, "Okay, this is a very small role. I know you won't want to." I said, "I've not worked for a long time. After so many years, Yash Raj Films comes to me and gives me this small little role." My first reaction was that.
And you're too young to play Shahid Kapoor's mother.
Well, his real mother is also very young and she's very glamorous. So yeah, but that was the thing. They say, if you don't want to do it, don't worry. We won't feel bad. But Adi felt you should do that role. I said, just give me one day to think about it. Anurag, the director, had come to me and he said, "Listen, we won't feel bad if you say no, but that's our wish list that you should do it." So I thought about it at night and I said, what the hell? Yes, she's asked me to do something for their film. Why not? It doesn't matter what is my role. I did one sit in the dark in the crowd with the chunni, the ghungat at one time for him.
Sure.
Today, I mean, I'm in films because of Yash Chopra. So
Definitely.
I said, okay, I'll do it, and I'm glad I did it. I had fun doing it.
Trishul, how do you remember Trishul? Trishul was a substantial role.
When I did Trishul, I really didn't know literally the ABC of filmmaking or what film was or what these big stars were all about, because I had not been exposed to films. I had not really seen, had not seen Diwar, I had not seen Kabhi Kabhi, I had not seen all these legendary films which the maker had made, and of course Amitabh Bachchan, we all knew him as the big star name, but I hadn't been exposed to the great works of these actors. So when I did the film, I was this very nervous, very shy, very, very timid girl who was like, oh God, what are they making me do in front of them? I was like cringing all the time. And so it worked for that character because she was a young inexperienced girl. So when I look back now, sometimes they show it on television and I catch little glimpses. I thought, oh my God, look at me, I'm so shy and so awkward in the film.
क्या हुआ बबली? मम्मी बहुत दर्द हो रहा है.
क्या हुआ? परेशानी की कोई बात नहीं, मामूली से एक्सीडेंट हो गया. चोट आ गई पैर में.
One of the films in 1980s, I think, which was a huge hit at that point of time. I think the youngsters, maybe, I think many of them may not have even seen it now, but at that point of time, it was a huge hit. Teri Meharbaniyan. The song Teri Meharbaniyan, it was like a. I still remember the way it used to play was everywhere.
तेरी मेहरबानियाँ, तेरी कदरदानियाँ, कुर्बान तुझ पे मेरी कई जिंदगानियाँ.
You know, the thing is, it's very strange that in that time when we were acting, media wasn't so predominant in everybody's life.
Yeah.
So we got to see songs in one channel sometime, and now we get so much more feedback, and now I meet the people much more. That time we were so busy working 24/7, morning to night, this, that. So we never really got exposed to the audience. Today you get so much feedback. Now whenever I go, people tell me, oh, we saw Teri Meharbaniyan. I said, yeah. Oh, we cried so much, you know, when this happened and this happened. We were like, wanted to leave the movie after
But
that.
I remember it did 50 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
It did, but you know, I was really...
50 weeks in today's time, people will faint. In fact,
they celebrate 50 days today.
50 days they celebrate. I think it ran for
Yeah.
50 weeks and the Golden Jubilee and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was a very big hit, but I had no clue it was a big hit. I was this naive, unexposed to the world girl till a very long time. I really didn't know what was... I didn't know that what is the extent of stardom, and I was very, I don't know, very protected family, very simple family, to be honest. My parents had no clue that their daughter was such a big star, unlike today's parents who know how to capitalize on their kids' stardom.
Sure.
Mine were probably quite embarrassed that I was a star, like, ye kya hai, filmon mein chali hai hamari ladki. It was like that. Because both my brother and sister are doctors today. They were studying medicine, and my whole family, my dad was an aeronautical engineer, my mom was a principal in a school. So it was all academic based, and what I was doing was something very embarrassing for them. Kya kar rahi hai? And it was embarrassing for me also, having to stand in big crowds and dance and get wet in the rain. I remember there was a song in Teri Meharbaniyan, which is, when I look back now, and Kamal Master gave me those, and I think to a certain extent the naivety or the innocence of doing what I was doing, I really would do it with full gusto because I had no clue that it had some suggestive thoughts. Or so later, when there was some moment he gave me, you know, to lie in the court like that, and so I said, Kamal ji, this is feeling very awkward to do this. Karo, karo, you don't know. Okay, let me. It looks nice. So we would just blindly follow the dance director and do it, not question anything. And I think, of course...
Do you regret it now?
I laugh at it. I feel... I was just telling a friend the other day about one scene I did in a film called Red Rose.
Right.
And that was, I think, almost my second or third film after Nuri, second film probably.
With Rajesh Khanna.
The great Rajesh Khanna.
You did 6 films with him.
I did a lot of films with him. But that was my first film with him. And I was like, he was so much, you know, the superstar. And I was this timid, shy girl, and the role was a very difficult role now when I look back.
Right.
It was a very complex role, but since I think ignorance is bliss, I would do everything very blissfully. But I remember even in that blissful state, me getting very indignant about something. There was a scene in which there's a time phase that she's waiting for her husband. So they said there's a shot, we have to just take off a shower. So they gave me a full outfit to wear, which was like a big gown, white color, but off shoulder, so elastic. In those days, we had our different contraptions. So it was, they said we can't put a towel because with the water, towel gets very heavy, it's going to soak. So we made this special little, like a tube top, but a full long tube top. And the shower scene was only my close up of water falling and, you know, that thing, just a few seconds of shot. I had no clue that there were still photographers on the set. There are so many people on a set. There are like 50, 100 people. So one guy was busy clicking pictures. Now when you're doing a shower shot, you are getting drenched. And after the shot, you wear your towel and a wrapper and sit down. The next shot again, you do it and you sit down. You don't even realize, you know, that.
Sure, sure.
And you're fully clothed except when you're fully drenched. And on the banners later when the film released, There were huge, like 20 feet cutouts of me in that wet, soaking little thing. And I was so upset. I said, what is this? This is wrong, you know. Where does this require? The film doesn't have this at all.
Right.
This outfit is not in the film. This is why have you put this on banners? But that was my first exposure to feeling a little
Cheated.
exploited,
Right.
cheating, whatever. And I thought that was unfair because that character wasn't that on soaking, drenchy, see-through outfit, which was not supposed to be seen on screen, you know.
Right.
And I remember getting upset with the producer and saying, why have you done this? Please just take those banners off. You can't do this, you know.
Definitely. Definitely. Okay, and
After that I learned, if I was doing a scene which I said, no photographers please on the set.
okay, and in the last, I think, quite a few years, you've been doing a lot of theatre as well. You've been performing, and I think you're enjoying yourself, and the shows have been doing very well.
Yeah, many years ago when I was doing films, I was offered theatre. I'm talking about like in the 80s. I worked with Yash in Yashraj films. Ramesh Talwar was one of the directors I did Sawal with, and he was part of Nuri also. So he used to do theatre. He told me once or twice, would you like to do this amazing role? I said, no Ramesh, there's no way I can have confidence to do stage. No, I cannot do this. I would see them acting and I would say, my God, this is fascinating. I didn't have the confidence to do it. I had no training, I had no exposure. Many years later, again when I was offered plays, I said, let me think about it, let me give it a go. And I actually think that was the best decision I took, but I enjoyed it so much. After all the experience of like 50, 100 films does help you.
Definitely,
you get confident.
definitely.
But I really did enjoy theatre. It helped me feel the audience, the feedback, and I was lucky to get two really good plays which I did in the initial years.
I think the present generation in many ways also know you because of Big Boss experience. You've been the runner-up over there. And
yes, I know Big Boss.
You came across very nicely and all, but certain participants had the feeling कि पूनम जी बहुत पहुंची हुई खिलाड़ी हैं types and all.
I don't think at the end of it any of them felt that. They may have felt that in the beginning because I'm actually a very transparent person. I am what I am.
Right.
Because I think the energy which goes in conniving and trying to manipulate is too much.
Right.
And in fact, just yesterday I was with some girlfriends, and out of that Padmini and all of them were there.
Right.
They said, "Poonam, you're the most transparent person." They talked about something. I went like, they said, "Bolde. You've got something in your mind." They said, "We can read you the moment you walk in." So that is me. What I was in Big Boss is me. And people somehow don't think in today's time people are that straightforward. But I think life is too short to be playing games all the time.
Sure.
And the fact is that I like what I am as a person. Why should I pretend to be something else?
Sure.
And somebody else's success, fortunately, has never bothered me, because I feel God has given me so much. Why should I be? And I pray every day, so I was praying there. In fact, all these days when I was there, I used to pray, and I never once genuinely prayed to God that make me win this show. Never, never. Because I do believe that whatever He does for me is what He thinks is best for me.
मैं पूनम ढिल्लन, मुझसे मिलिए हर रात 9 बजे बिग बॉस पे।
What are your future plans? Any films coming up? Any television coming up?
I've completed a film called One and Only, which is Maverick Productions. Anuj Saxena is the producer, and
Right.
Tanveer Ahmed is the director, and it's introducing a new guy, Chirag Paswan.
Right.
Yeah, I'm opposite Kabir Bedi, and Kangana and all these people are in the film. It's a different kind of emotional family film, very pertinent and relevant in today's time. So that's one thing I've completed. Now I'll slowly get back to doing some kind of work, because till now the focus was kids giving board exams, you know, running, all that stuff. So now the kids are kind of over their 10th standard and all that. So I want to get back to doing selective work. I can't work 30 days a month anymore, because I think my responsibilities are elsewhere. But I enjoy my work, and this is something I've been doing since age 16, so I don't think. But of course I have so many ambitions. I want to do my masters now. I've finished my graduation during films. I want to do theatre, I want to do television, I want to do a talk show, I want to direct a film. I want to do lots of stuff I want to do, yes.
That is great. That is great. We really hope that all your dreams come true. I think that is really looking forward to a lot of stuff that you're saying. Really enjoyed your movies for sure, and even Big Boss. We watched it. I think we watched all the episodes. They were very interesting. You came out in a very dignified manner, as you mentioned. That was Poonam Dhillon in a very special down the memory lane with Bollywood Hangama, and talking about some of her memorable works like Noorie, Teri Meharbaniyan, Ek Chadar Maili Si, and in the recent times, Big Boss that she has done. Thank you very much, Poonam ji. Lovely to have you on Bollywood Hangama, and we really hope that all your ventures come about very well, and then your kids make you proud the way you made your parents proud.
I'm looking forward to that. They are
Sure.
the most important thing in my life right now,
Sure,
so God
sure.
bless them.
Definitely.
Thank you.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hangama. Keep on watching.